Hey everyone, this is Golf Tips in 90 seconds or less with me, Tyler Dice. This video is going to be on what are the basics in golf. So the basics in golf, they are your grip, ball position, posture, stance, and alignment. Now, stance and alignment may sound similar, but they are totally different. Your stance refers to your feet, your alignment refers to how your body is lined up. So again, let's start off with ball position, right? Ball position is an easy one, and it's easy because it constantly changes, right? Why is that easy? Well, as we start off the driver, well here, let me face the camera so it's a little bit easier. But imagine I have a driver in my hands. Ball position's up here, going to be up near your left heel for a right-handed player, okay? And as you get to shorter clubs, that ball position keeps shifting farther and farther back till we get to the middle of the stance with your wedges. Say your 9-iron, your wedge, sand wedge, putter, or sorry, sand wedge, lob wedge. Those are going to be in the middle of your stance. And again, as we work back to the front, 8-iron gets a little bit forward of middle, 7-iron, 6-iron, 5-iron, 4-iron, 3-iron, hybrid, fairway woods, to your driver, which is up near the left heel again. And so that's ball position. Pretty simple. Now your grip is pretty critical because it's the only part of you that attaches yourself to the actual club. And so if you have a bad grip, you're going to have a bad game, okay? You need something that's, number one, consistent, repeatable, and holds onto the club, correctly. And so there are certain ways to hold onto the club, but you want to make sure, no matter what, there's lots of ways to do it, but you want to make sure that, you have your calluses. If you practice a lot, you're going to get calluses, that your calluses are in the appropriate spots on your hands. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail of that right now because that's a whole other video that I'll do later on, but you need to have the calluses in the right parts on your hand. Next up, let's do posture, right? Your posture is important because a bad posture leads to inconsistency, okay? Having your posture even be off just an inch can throw off your entire long game for the day. So your posture is actually pretty darn important. You want to make sure that it fits into your body type. So you don't want to be too tall. Like if you're 5'7", 175, 180 pounds, you shouldn't be modeling your posture after a guy like Adam Scott. You should be modeling your posture after a guy like, maybe like a guy like John Daly. Even though you're not as tall as him, you probably have a similar body type to his. Okay, so you want to make sure you model your posture off of somebody that's really, really good, that has the same body type like you. So like someone like me, I like to model my posture off of a guy like Darren Clark, similar body types. Okay, so let's talk about alignment, right? Your alignment's pretty important because if you're not lined up correctly, you're not going to hit shots where they need to go. So your alignment isn't just where your feet are going, it's where your feet are going, it's where your hips are going, it's where your knees are going, it's where your shoulders are going, okay? So there's a lot of things that go into your alignment, but you want to make sure those things are all matching up correctly. If you're trying to hit a fade, you want to make sure everything's lined up a little bit left. Trying to hit a draw, make sure everything's lined up a little bit to the right. Lastly, your stance, okay? So as you change clubs, your weight distribution in your stance is also going to change, and also as you get longer, your stance is going to get a little bit wider, and as you get shorter clubs, your stance is going to get a little bit shorter. So the longer the club, the wider the stance, with your driver having the widest stance possible and your lob wedge having the most narrow stance, okay? So those are the basics in golf, and that's about all I got. I know it's kind of quick, I know it's kind of a crash course. I'll be going into more detail in later videos. So again, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.